Hi everyone, welcome to Coding Wall. This is Pravalika. In today's video, I'll walk you through the simple steps to debug a business rule in ServiceNow. Before we dive into the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit a bell icon to stay updated with the latest content. Your support really motivates me to create more helpful videos. If you would like to cover any specific topic, feel free to drop it in the comments below. Now let's jump into the video. As I said, today we are going to discuss about a debug business rule. Okay, so basically, let's say I'll just create an incident record. Okay, with incident.do, which will direct me to the creation record page. Okay, now I'll just select I'll just fill out the mandatory details. Any user, I'll just fill the mandatory fields. Okay, and remember, I'm not filling the description as it is not mandatory, and I'll just fill assign to, but yeah, and I'll just click on save. Okay, I'm creating an incident record now. Once the incident is created, I haven't filled the description while I'm creating but manually, but this one got auto populated by a different script, like by any other script from the backend. Okay, but we haven't added this text while we are creating, but it is auto populated. And the same with the work notes. If you see, record has been inserted successfully. This work note has been updated by a different script while we are inserting the record. It's not a manual text that we entered. It's something that it is added by a different script. Okay, so today our aim is to find which scripts are updating this description and work notes. Okay, as I said, this to find out these kind of things, we generally use our debug module that we have available in the service now. Like, not only business rule, we do have couple of other options that we do have to find which scripts are running, or yeah, I'll show you. If I can just search debug, we are gonna use this debug business rule option that it is available, but we do have other things as well. If you see, debug log, debug sql, graphql, debug security is nothing but access control list. It's an ACL, like to find which ACL is running on this record. It's like which ACL is allowing access or which is restricting. So to find those ACL related information, we can enable this debug security and UI policies, data policies, whatnot. We do have multiple options that are available. Just we'll explore it later, one by one, but for today we'll explore the debug business rule. Okay, and what we need to do is, as our aim is to find these two source of the scripts, okay, description and work note, that it is getting added while we are creating an incident record. So let's find out. So for that, let me enable debug business rule details option. Okay, so as soon as I hit this debug business rule, a new window with the session log debugger, if you see here, and the session log here, it is going to display the list of business rules that are executing for the whatever the operation that we are doing here on the incident record. So if you can see, we also have this settings option available. So if we click on this settings, we'll be having the same kind of options that we see on the navigator. Like, all these things can be enabled from here as well. Okay, so for now, I'm just enabling debug business rule details. What is the difference between business rules and business rule details? I'll in some time, like once we have the log, then I will clearly show you the difference. And I'm just enabling these three for now. Okay, we can simply click on select all as well, but for now, for our requirement, we only need these three business rules. Now the log is enabled, session log is enabled. Okay, so whatever we are doing in this session, that business rules or log information is gonna visible here from now onwards. Okay, now what I will do, I'll insert a new record because it's already inserted and this record is already updated. As it is a session log, we need a active live incident record needs to be created after enabling the debug business rule. Okay, I'll use the incident dot do. Now a new form will appear, and here I'll select any user is fine. I'll just fill out the mandatory fields and test debug br. Anything is fine, just for reference I'm mentioning that. And if you can see, the log started pulling because we already enabled the debug log. Now I don't need whatever the log that it is showing up here, right? So because we need to be very specific here what exactly we need. Our aim is to find description and a work note that it is adding only after insertion of incident record. That means this record is not yet inserted, right? So whatever the log that it is showing up here, we don't need this log. I don't need this information. I don't need this. So for now, I'll just click on clear log. Okay, now I'll just click on save. That means I'm creating incident record. Now the new incident with that ends with 0036 has been created. Now this is the log of incident creation. We do also have this download log option. You can just download it for further reference. Like if you need it, you can download it using this option. We do have this kind of filter options where we can just show only global application information, or we do have other apps information as well, depending on the thing. And also info, or if we want to see only warnings, then we can check this. If we want to see info, then this. If we have errors, that option will also show up, but as we don't have any errors, then it is not showing that option here for now. Once the record is inserted, we can also check which business rules from this list, or if we can just scroll down it, here we'll be having this debug output results. The same information whatever is there here is gonna be visible here as well. Okay, but if you see, this entire information is a log information, because along with debug business rule details, we have enabled log as well. So this is a log information, just like when it got started with user admin has initiated this, all this kind of information which we don't need for now. Okay, so if you see, from here onwards the business rules execution has been started, right? So in order to find which one is executed, which ones are skipped, let's find. So just do Control F, and if you can see, user query business rule got skipped because condition is not met. This business rule is supposed to run, but as the condition itself is not meeting, this it is not executed. So we can avoid this skipped business rules. Okay, so now let's go to the business rules which got executed actually. So how to find those? We just need to give double equal to and greater than symbol. That means this incident query got executed. Similar to likewise other business rules has been executed for any other incident that we are creating in the instance. Okay, this is very common business rule which is going to trigger, okay, as part of out of box. And if you see group query, this got executed on sys user group table, which is nowhere related to incident, so we can skip this as well. And incident query, again the same, sys user group, skip, we can skip those things. Again, this is on different tables, yeah, let's skip that part. Now coming to actual thing, if you see here, if you see change state to in progress, seems like this business rule is going to trigger on insert for sure, and see what exactly it is doing. See, change state to in progress business rule assigned to changes, like whenever the assigned to is changes before insert or update, it is updating the comments, sorry, work notes. current dot work notice record has been inserted successfully, which is the exact work note that we are trying to find. See, we so this work note is being updated by this business rule. Now we have found out which business rule is running, right? So it will just take 2 minutes of time to find which scripts are running in the backend and doing necessary operations. Okay, because our aim is to find which script is running in the backend for that update, right? So we have found one which is updating the work node, and the one more thing that we left is with the description. So description is again also have been updated. If you see, here if you see description, this is the exact script that got updated. The company is updated to codingwall. So this particular description is being updated by this business rule. This company, insert company name. If you see this business rule, before insert itself, actions, see here in the description, when only on insertion itself, this description is getting updated by this business rule. So we have easily found out which is updating description and work note, right? Now I'll tell you the difference. What is difference between debug business rule details and business rule? Okay, so if we enable debug business rule details, then it will show us this kind of information, like this business rule got executed and the script, and this what execution it has, what operation it did, it just updated the description. So this kind of information is can be visible if we enable the debug business rule details. If we only enable business rule details, then only which business rule got executed, this information is only going to be visible, and not which fields that actually the business rule got updated has been updated. Okay, so to find the clear information, just enable debug business rule details. Okay, so that's it. So for now I think we have successfully find which business rules are running behind this one. See, inactivate this business rule, because I don't want them to be updated. Now that we have successfully able to find which business rule is running, I need to disable the log. As I have enabled it already, I have to disable, because all this log information is gonna show visible for each and every transaction that I'm going to do on the instance level. So I'll just disable it by clicking on disable all. We have this option under session debug itself. Okay, now the log is disabled. Now I'll create one incident record. I'll select any random values, and I'm just not filling description as well this time, and it should be empty. See, no work note is updated, no description is updated. That means we have found and stopped updating which business rule is running, and we have stopped updating those updates. Okay, so this is how debug business rule can be used. So if you need any further things, just update us in the comments, so we'll do a clear video on whatever the topics that you are asking. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for watching. Thank you.